guys, what's up? My name is Zeke.
I'm Nick.
And welcome to Redline Rednecks. And today's video is really interesting because it's so hard to find a good exhaust comparison video out there. So we're going to be doing the original 40 Flowmaster versus the Super 40 Flowmaster. And just kind of give you what the different ones sound like, because I don't know about you, but when I bought this exhaust, it was so difficult for me to find the video for it.
It is. He bought his and I really wanted one for mine. I'd been thinking about it for forever. And I was trying to figure out the difference between the Super and the original. And it was really hard. I found all kind of videos and they weren't talking about the trucks that I have, the exhaust that I was getting. So we're going to make a video that hopefully clears that up.
Yeah. So, to make this fair, we both have single-in, dual-out exhausts. We both have the GM 5.3 liter V8s. And before we get started, we're going to tell you a little stuff about our trucks, you know, what the exhausts are, what tips we put on them, the things that we've done to them. And then we'll get started on an idle test, revving tests from different distances, and also possibly a drive-by.
The drive-by, and I really think we should take video from the inside of the cab, because that's one of the main differences in these two exhausts. Is the Super is a lot quieter on the inside.
It is. And also we should do an outside one as well, because the main thing is, like, these are so different how they sound.
Yeah.
To be from the same, technically the same type of exhaust, it's unbelievable. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This is my 2015 GMC Sierra. It has a 5.3 liter V8 in it, and I have the Super 40 Flowmaster, single in, dual out.
This is my 2010 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. It has the original 40 Flowmaster single in, dual out exhaust.
Alrighty guys, so the way we're going to do this video is we're just going to start with the original 40 and then do the Super 40 idle test, and then we're just going to keep that pattern going. That way you guys don't really have to go back and forth in the video. So you ready?
Yep.
Alright, let's get started. Unlimited power! Yeah, the brakes are terrible on this thing, but this is our official GoPro gap cam vehicle. This thing is so fast, it can gap literally anything. It can gap GTRs, it can gap Ferraris. This thing is the dopest thing that you'll ever see. It is worth more than your entire student loan payments. Later, yo.
That last one was the idle test. Now we're going to be doing the distance test.
So the distance test, we're simply going to be revving this as high as it'll go without blowing it up, which is our specialty. And we're just going to be going various distances on our property, just seeing how loud it is. So let's just go ahead and get into it, because I'm really interested to see how both these trucks sound. Alright guys, so we're gonna do a driving, just standard normal driving of the interior cab of how it sounds.
Yep, the only thing on is the AC, and it's barely on because it's South Georgia and it's hot.
Yeah, very, very hot.
But this is us just driving. We're gonna have a little conversation, so you know how it sounds over conversation.
Yeah. You know, this truck's actually, it's not as loud on the interior as a lot of people think. Like everyone that thinks they have an exhaust, they're like, oh, you're not gonna have a conversation while you're driving and stuff, and here we are.
Yeah, that's not true.
Yeah. You can still hear it, but it's a nice just
It's a
add-on.
nice background.
Yeah.
The history on the truck is when I was born. No, I'm joking.
When I was born at a very young age.
I bought the truck from a farmer in Florida. It had 185,000 and some odd number miles on it. It had the tires that it has on it. It had a stock exhaust. I bought it, brought it home, done a little bit of work, little things. The seat needed a seat switch, and it needed new windshield wipers, and you know, little things bringing it back because they just used it as like a farm truck. It only got drove every month or so. And that's the backstory on the truck. And then I got it, and I have put the exhaust on it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and it's a really nice truck. Like, I love the 2010 models. They're pretty nice. They have probably one of the coolest glove compartment door handles. I mean, that's just nice, and it's just sleek, and it just matches so well. And I love the Vortec motors. In case any of you guys don't know, Vortec motors are extremely durable. Like, they are just beasts of engines, and they're so easy to add power to. So they're just amazing. And what he did not tell you guys is that he has a big subwoofer just strapped in the back seat. Oh, he's gonna turn it on.
What?
On a mailbox all used to be straight. I guess you were right. I should have left when you did. The house you made a home sounds just a house again.
Yeah, so I don't think mine does that. Doesn't have a big 12-inch subwoofer just in the back seat.
Right, I'm gonna give it a little bit of throttle.
Alright. That's pretty good. It sounds so good from the inside, but it sounds even better from the outside.
Yep.
And later in this video, do not go anywhere because we will be doing a drive-by. So we're not gonna go like too terribly fast. We're gonna have some speed to it. We're gonna put some load on the engine, and yeah. So this was the 2010 Silverado. Absolutely love this thing.
Yep.
And we're going to get in the GMC and do the same thing. Alrighty, so we're in the GMC Sierra. I will say the cab drone is a lot less than this.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Like, you can still hear the tone of the vehicle, but it's a lot less just drone, which, I don't know, I kind of like how the Chevrolet has some drone in it, you know, so.
This is gonna sound a little weird, but I drove this truck like a couple miles yesterday, and you really don't hear, you hear it a lot more in the passenger seat. Like in the driver's seat, you know, I could hear it, but very faintly. But over here in the passenger seat, you know, I can hear it pretty, you know, fairly well.
Yeah. So this is my 2015 GMC Sierra. I was up in Indiana for a job, and I needed a truck, so I saved up a bunch of money by mowing a lot of grass. A lot of grass.
We cut a lot of grass.
Yeah, we cut a lot of grass, and may or may not have dealt some. If you know, you know. But this is what I got. It's wasn't lifted. It was in kind of bad shape too. I mean, it had stickers all over the sides of it for company stickers, and it was just the dash and everything was just nasty and covered with layers of dirt. So it's taken me a couple months to get the interior and everything just nice again. And I was just like, you know what would make this look even better? Putting a lift, tires, and exhaust on it. So I went ahead and did all that, and I love this truck. I mean, it's just a really nice truck. And yeah, I love how like you can have a conversation in it and you can still technically hear it.
Yeah, you can. It's a nice like faint backgroundy rumble to it.
Yeah,
it sounds good.
And let's see. Oh, there's a turnaround right here.
He missed his turn.
Yeah, I missed it.
We had pre-planned turns.
Yeah, we had everything pre-planned. We had everything pre-planned in this, so kind of pre-planned. I wouldn't say too terrible. We're gonna get a little close here.
You might have to make a 3-point turn.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Oh, that's a deep ditch. I'm not doing that. No. All right, here we go. All right, we're good. And I'm gonna give it a little gas as well. So.
I know you couldn't really see it, but it was like 4,000 RPMs.
Yeah, we did both. We both did 4,000 in both trucks.
When I got on it up here, it was at 4,000 RPMs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's cool. So that's the interior sound. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go get in both of our trucks, and we're gonna go to the road, the main road, and we're going to give y'all an exterior sound, because when I bought this truck, and I'm sure you can say the same with yours, when we put the exhaust on it, it's not as loud interior, and you don't think it's as loud in the like outside. But when we were experimenting a little before we shot the videos, and we both got in each other's trucks and kind of drove it a little, and we were both shocked about how loud they are actually.
They really are. On the inside, we took turns. I drove his truck and he drove mine, and we rode down a couple miles down the dirt road, and even I had the windows down and I was driving his. I had the windows down in his truck, and I was a good like 3 or 4 car lengths behind him, and he got on it a little bit, and it sounded good, like I could hear it. And I didn't think I'd be able to hear it because of how quiet it is on the inside.
Yeah, so that's what we want to do. That's what we're fixing to do right now. This is kind of the main event of the video, is doing a actual drive-by, just unedited sound of the exhaust. We're gonna do a startup. We're gonna get on it and just see how these trucks sound under load, because that's another thing. They'll sound completely different under a load.
They do. Mine, I've noticed, even just from the inside, when you're idling, I mean when you're like in park or neutral and you rev it, it tends to have a little sharper noise. And then when you're driving, and it has a load on it, it tends to be more of a deeper noise.
Yeah,
that's all I come up with.
It's just a deeper and more authentic noise.
Yeah.
So, all right. So without further ado, let's go and get in both trucks, go to the state road, and hit some throttles. All right, guys. So this is the outside test. Nick's getting in his truck right now. We're going to do a pass going this way, and then he's going to come back this way with a load under his truck, and we're gonna see how it sounds. I have a feeling it's gonna sound pretty good on both of them. So here we go. Beautiful. Alrighty, so that was fun.
Yeah.
So it was really fun. I always enjoy getting the trucks out and doing stuff like this, and exhausts are just a great thing overall. If you're looking to get an exhaust, this is definitely something you would want to do, not only for the sound but for performance as well, because performance, it's underrated.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, it's very underrated, because when I bought mine, I thought it was just going to be sound, but it was a lot of performance. And I told him, dude, exhaust has, just putting a free flow exhaust on it changes how it rides, how it performs, everything. And he thought I was exaggerating, but you bought yours.
I put it on mine, and my truck seems to have a lot more power than it did before.
Yeah, so both exhausts will add between 5 and 10, or 5 to 20 horsepower, depending on certain tunes and stuff like that. As far as sound goes, they are very different. That is for certain.
The original 40 seems to be, it has a deeper or a louder growl to it, and it's a lot louder on the inside. The inside sound is a lot louder than the Super. But it sounds really good.
Yeah, so the Super original 40 is very aggressive. It sounds like straight piped, but it's not as loud as straight pipe. It's a great exhaust for idles and a great exhaust for high RPMs. If you're looking to turn heads with how your truck sounds, it's definitely the way to go with the original 40. As far as the Super 40, less interior drone. It has kind of a quiet idle. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not
You can still hear it, but it's a lot quieter than the original 40. But man, when you get up and go, it definitely starts getting very loud, and it's just, I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing. It's incredible. I love how it sounds. Just overall, both are really good exhausts.
Yeah.
It just comes down to preference.
Yeah, I don't want to stereotype, but you know, the original seems to be more of a, I guess, a younger person who wants to make a lot of noise, and the Super tends to be something more, you know, if you were a little older, wanted your vehicle to be quiet, but you know, not quiet, but it would be quieter inside. It's still loud on the outside, but quieter on the inside, you know, when your wife's driving it or whatever.
You made me feel really old.
Sorry.
I feel like I need a cane now.
Sorry.
But in the end, yeah, this one's a lot more quieter. Like if you live in an urban area and you want a very high RPM, and if you want like the loudness of an RPM but quiet when you're just cruising, definitely go with the Super 40. It's just a preference thing.
Yeah.
Because this has a lot deeper tone, and it's a lot deeper and amazing, and then his is louder and more aggressive, so it just comes down to preference.
And there's a lot more exhausts out there, you know. Flowmaster has a lot, and there's Aluminum Works, and there's millions of brands.
Borla.
Yeah,
Borla's a good one.
Stainless Works. There's all kind of different ones.
And it's not only the exhaust. The only reason we did the Flowmasters is because it's so hard to find the videos for the Flowmasters.
Yeah.
Like, it's either they just do like a simple idle test with a iPhone 9, or they have a driving test where they're just dogging it from the start and squealing tires and stuff like that. So we just wanted to do a very well-rounded video, and I hope this has helped y'all with y'all's decision on what type of exhaust y'all want. Other than that, also something to think about is exhaust tips.
Yeah.
For instance, a larger exhaust tip is going to make it louder and a little deeper, whereas a smaller tip is going to make it a lot quieter. So that's something that I got smaller tips on mine, and he's got larger tips on his.
Yeah.
So we might come back to this and see, like, dude, like different types of exhaust tips.
Yeah, we definitely can.
Especially on this, because yours is perfect the way it is. But for the Super 40, we should see how loud we can get it with exhaust tips.
I welded my exhaust tips to it because I didn't have another option. His are just clamped on because his exhaust tips were made to where you could clamp them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we might talk about the exhaust tips and the different way they sound, and we've been playing with it and noticing things, but we might make a separate video on that.
Absolutely, 100%. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we will see you guys next time.